All right, good morning. I'm getting ready to go to an event, and I wanted to share with you the things that I do as I get ready to go to an event. Okay, so this is what I typically do. I have, um, I have some things here I want to share with you. This is the layout for the event. So I know who I'm set up next to. I know in this particular case, I am set up next um, I'm set up next to Sheila Jones, and I am set up next to Passion HR. Both of those people are HR folks, and so I just wanted to share with you what I do to get ready for an event like this. That's the first thing I do is I figure out who's going to be my neighbors. I want to know who my neighbors are going to be and how am I going to approach them. And so it looks like I'm live in the wrong spot, so I will share with you what I've got going on today. All right, I'm getting ready to go to an event, and I'm checking out my schedule here to find out who my neighbors are going to be, who's going to be beside me when I go to the event, where they're going to be located, and I will be speaking this morning at that event. And once I get inside, I'll give you a little live update from inside of the event. I love to speak at events like this, and so I have some things that I'm preparing for that. And not only will I do that, I'm speaking twice today. No one else is speaking twice, so I have the privilege of speaking twice. And I get to go over the same topic twice, so I get to maximize the audience, which is a huge benefit for me, because if people have heard you once, or if you got breakout sessions and people have gone to a breakout session, they may miss what you're doing. So this gives me a chance to be able to be in multiple places at the same time. Because I get with different crowds because I can't be in multiple places at the same time. But that gives me a great advantage by being able to speak twice. So I really appreciate the organizer for putting that together and giving me the privilege of being able to speak twice at that event, because that expands my audience, which is always what I've been about. And so I was just mentioning a minute ago that what I do is I look to see who my neighbors are going to be, because that's part of my audience as well. Who am I going to be involved with, and where are they going to be located, and what are they going to do? Hey, Scott, I always want to take a look at the layout so that I can maximize my benefit while I'm there. I speak at 10 o'clock this morning, and I speak at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So what's going to happen in between those two times is I'm going to have opportunity with the folks that are around me. And I want to visit with the folks that are around me. I want to be able to see who those people are and what they're doing, what's going on in their lives, and how I might be beneficial to them. That's what you do to maximize an event. And I always register people. I do that electronically. I do it with my laptop. I don't do it with a piece of paper. I don't always trust those things as they get jotted down. And so I always use my laptop to register people. It works better than having pieces of paper where I'm having to interpret the writing. And so I do that. That's one of the big things that I do at an event like that. Make sure that I know who's going to be there, what they're going to do, and what am I going to offer, and what are they going to take away with. And so I always have something like this. This is my one sheet that they will have available to them so that they can do that. And that's how you make the most of every event that you go to, is you find ways to connect with people. Whole purpose of going to an event is to connect with people, to network with them, to get associated with people who are of like mind and who have the same mission, the same passion, and the same concerns that you do. We're probably looking for the same audience. We're probably looking for the same clientele. And so what we want to do is we want to figure out, what do we bring to the table that will complement the other people that are there. That's the whole purpose of having this page, is I want to figure out how can we talk about each other in such a way that might be beneficial to everyone. If I see people as a competition when I walk in, I'm going to be in trouble. A long conversation with my daughter while she was here about competition in space and how that people are afraid of the competition when in fact they should embrace it. They should see the competition as somebody that they can work together with, that they can partner with, somebody that they can because we're after the same clientele. And we should be able to benefit each other. We can't all do the same things. And so this is our opportunity to be able to go to something like this event, that I'm getting ready to go to, and I will share some things throughout the day with you about that event because I think it's pretty cool. It's the North Alabama Society for Human Resource Managers event, and which my good friend is still heavily involved there, and so she's got me connected with an opportunity. I'm going to talk about how do you launch, market, and manage your business. And I get to do that in about 50 minutes. So you know this is going to be a flyby with an opportunity for people to be able to join in and get individual coaching, individual opportunities with that at a later time. But this is a great place. This is a great sales technique. This is a great marketing technique. I always call this my marketing strategy. This is a strategy. My strategy is to be in places where people recognize you as being the expert in the industry. And so one of the ways you do that is from the platform. And the more opportunities that you get to do that, the better off that you are. And so I just want to share with you quickly this morning before I got over to the event and got involved in setting up. What was going on as I go through my mental preparation. I woke up this morning a little after 4 and I started thinking about the people who were going to be around me and what they were going to do and how I was going to talk with them and how I was going to engage with them. Because the mental preparation, not just the speech preparation, but the mental preparation for meeting people is the most important thing that you can do. If you're thinking about that, remember, I wrote that little book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Networkers. And in that 7 Habits of Highly Effective Networkers, which I borrowed the 7 habits from Stephen Covey, and I applied them to going to events like this. And what I discovered was that if you begin with the end in mind, if you start thinking about who am I going to connect with, how am I going to connect with them, what am I going to say to them, and I start doing the mental preparation for that, it's amazing how many of those opportunities present themselves in exactly the same manner. And so as I get ready to go over to this event today, I just want to come on here and share with you the things that I go through mentally to prepare for being ready to be at an event like that, because you want to maximize every opportunity. This is a day that I could spend in my office preparing for other things, but instead this is a day that I get a chance to connect with people. And honestly, those of you who spend some time in the online space will discover that it kills you. It just kills you. You've got to get out and talk to people. If you're not in the process of getting out and talking to people, you're going to get frustrated. And you're going to feel exhausted at times, and you're going to feel like you're going nowhere. Meeting with people, talking to them, listening to what they have to say, getting out of that electronic, virtual, digital space, and getting into a physical, real space where you have contact with individuals and you get a chance to talk and share and those kinds of things is extremely beneficial to you. It does a lot to help you hone and develop your own personal skills, and it can be a great way to build your business. And so today I'm getting ready to go, and I will pack up my stuff here in the next few minutes and go over to the event center where I'm going to be speaking at today, and I'll be sharing some things with you as we do that. But thank you for joining me this morning. I wanted to share with you just a little bit about what goes into the preparation for an event like this, because you may get an opportunity to do the same thing, and when you do, that's what I help people to do, is to get ready for those kinds of things. And what goes on in the process of that can be helpful. So if you're interested, I mentioned it, if you're interested in it, if you're interested in the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Networkers, I'd be glad to get that for you. But you're going to have to send me a private message because I'm kind of busy right now. I didn't have time to put a link up here, which I normally do. But if you're interested in that, just send me a private message and I'll be glad to send it to you. I'll give you the overview version of that book. It is part of an actual training program, but I'll give you the overview portion of that book. Good morning, Michelle. But if you're interested in that 7 Habits of Highly Effective Networkers, not Stephen Covey's book, but my book, mimicking those 7 habits in the networking space and how we use that to benefit maximize the events that we go through. Just send me a private message. I'll be glad to send you the overview version of that, which the overview is 53 pages, so it's not like it's brief. These are very detailed, but for those who are in the program, what I typically do is make available to you all the slides so that you can make a presentation with that if you wanted to do so. So thank you for joining me today. I love you. I always look forward to talking to you, even if I jumped in the wrong spot at the wrong time this morning, which I apologize for. But thank you for coming in and joining me. Thank you for being a part of the conversation today. Thank you for your comments and your sharing, and I so greatly appreciate that. I am getting ready to go do my thing, the thing that I love to do, and that is to speak to other people to help them to grow their business. And we'll talk to you soon.